everybody, it's Russ from Pathless Pal, and today we're going on a little bike fishing adventure. Spring is finally arriving here in Missoula. The fish are biting and the weather looks glorious today. So I thought I would load up the Marin Pine Mountain and see if we can catch some fish. So here's the bike. It's built around 29-inch wheels. I think these are 2.6-inch tires. And I've got everything here in this Bags by Bird bag. I'll unpack that when we get down to the river. And in this pocket, some postcards. So as you guys know, we sell a bunch of postcards and stickers. It really helps the channel going. So I'm gonna do a little mail drop on the way down to the trout. So let's get going. So the Pine Mountain is a little bit different bike than I usually review on the channel. It's a mountain bike, hardtail, got front squish. I thought this year I would branch out a little bit and try different bikes. Speaking of bikes, in the queue this year, gonna get a chance to review a Tumbleweed, possibly a Rivendell, the Carbon Wahila C, New Ritchie Outback, and the Titanium Storm King by Sage. So lots of pretty interesting bikes coming in for a review. All right, super quick mail drop. Now off to the river. So what I'm gonna be fishing today is the Clark Fork. Runs right through town, pretty good access. And we're gonna see if we can find fish off of the Kim Williams Trail. Okay, so this is the Kim Williams Trail, and it runs along the Clark Fork. I've had decent luck fishing this stretch. I'm hoping it's a little bit better today. Right now we're going into spring, and it's right before runoff. So that's when all the snow melts and the river gets really high. Trying to get into some fish before that happens. So there's some single track coming up. Be a fun test of the bike. Full disclosure, I'm probably the worst mountain biker on YouTube. So my main priority when I attempt mountain biking is to essentially not die rather than shred the gnar. So all I'm saying is adjust your expectations for not dying rather than shredding. Totally my intent to get into mountain biking this year, but with COVID, we'll see. But there's a single track, nothing too crazy. Let's see how the bike does. Did I go the wrong way already? Shit. Whoa. So this trail is pretty chill. I've ridden this on drop bar bikes. Nothing too crazy, but figured it'd be a fun way to get to know the Pine Mountain and just get used to mountain bike steering in general, which is pretty different from the bikes I typically ride. There should be a little gravel beach up here somewhere. Not quite sure how good the fishing is, but we'll give it a go. It looks like a perfectly fine hangout beach, but it doesn't look like it'll fish very well. There's just not enough depth to hold fish, not much structure. So I think I won't fish here, but I will take this opportunity to talk a little bit more about the bike and how I packed. So Pine Mountain 2 has a dropper post, which, you know, I'm not too familiar with using, but I've grown to appreciate. And again, this is built around a 29er wheel rather than 650B. So for me, I do feel like I'm a little bit taller than I would like, but it handles really nicely. This is the first mountain bike that I've ridden with this slack of a head tube angle, and it's not even super slack, it's just I don't tend to ride mountain bike. So that's been an adjustment, been really nice on rough terrain. I feel a little bit more comfortable than I would on my Bambora, so that's cool. Let's unpack the bag a little. So again, this is the Bags by Bird bag. It's got good capacity, and with this fork there's actually plenty of clearance that even when it's active, it's going to take a lot from you to bottom out. So in the central strap, I use this to kind of loop through the rod tube holder. And I've got a jacket, a pump, another GoPro, fishing hat, a Unipax fly fishing waist, and a reel. And also, this pink thing is a collapsible net by Handy Pack. Love that thing. So that's the bag. Let's go find some better fishing water. Okay, so a lot of you have asked how we're doing. We're doing pretty well, all things considered. We're in good health. Haven't gotten sick. Right now, Missoula is actually not a bad place to be. Montana is fairly depopulated. There's lots of opportunity to get out, do your thing, and still, practice safe social distancing, which I'm sure is a phrase we'll all be tired of if you're not already in a couple weeks. From the door, we can hit single track, hit some fishing, and yeah, that's what we're doing to keep sane. Hope you guys are all doing pretty well. Okay, this is spot number 1. Not too scenic, we're right below a bridge, but it looks like it's got good water. There's good depth. I can see logs, some soft water near the bank. Okay, so here's the setup. We're gonna do some nymphing. Got a little bobber, then dropping down to a little nymph with a little pink flare and a rubber legs. Fish. Spit it out. Dang it. Okay, I gotta look at it. It looked like a whitefish, so nothing too photogenic. Alright, so we did get into one fish. It was a whitefish. I couldn't land it, but it felt like a good size. I think I'm gonna move on. Traffic's a little loud. See if we can get into some more fish. Right, before you guys get all helmet police, we are not going very far and we're on a trail. I'm going very slowly, so chill out. Here's the pro move here, just riding one-handed with the fly rod. There's some nice looking water just off to this side. Just trying to find one I can get into. I'll just wheel the bike down here, go back up to the rod. Okay, it looks like I've got some good bank to work with. So we'll just start here and fish that area right behind that rock. Oh, that felt like a fish. Damn it. Oh, fish on. Fish on. Small guy. Another fish. Not too bad. It's even a trout. Nice little bow. Sweet. Okay, not the biggest fish, but we got one. Woo! It's a good little jumper. All right. Okay, it's a nice little rainbow here. You guys can see. Whew. So before I leave, I thought I would nerd out on some fishing gear. You guys saw this in action. This is the Handy Pack folding net. Perfect for the small size fish that we caught today. Not so good once the fish get consistently bigger. And this is a cool little hip bag by a brand called Unipax. Small maker. And it's cool. It's got a built-in cord here for putting your tippet. Lots of places to dangle, floating nippers and all that stuff. More kind of mole straps to clip things onto. I love that it's got some compression straps here, so you could put a rod tube or water bottle or a jacket, and you can wear it both as a waist pack or use the redirect. So it's kind of like a quasi chest pack. Inside a fairly good compartment, fits some decent sized fly boxes. Definitely enough for a day, your license, all that good stuff. But so far I've been digging it. It's been my fishing bag of choice since we've gone back to Missoula. Well, I think I'm gonna call it for the day in terms of fishing. I don't have waders, so kind of limited to just walking the bank, and there's not much bank here. But not too bad. 2 small trout, had a couple more on that got off. So not too bad for something that's really close to town. Good little test of the Pine Mountain in terms of how it handles a load. So I think I'm gonna experiment, maybe take the single track back and just play around with the bike. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this little mini micro adventure. I know we're all supposed to stay pretty close to where we live right now. Feeling pretty fortunate that we can do this in Missoula. Hopefully this video will help you pass some time away during quarantine, and look for more other little micro adventure videos. And until next time, keep the supple side down. Ah, jeez. Come on.